A 2-year inquiry by the Justice Department's Inspector General is revealing more on the origins and enforcement of President Trump's zero-tolerance family separation policy. First reported by the New York Times and confirmed by NBC News, the draft report shows the Justice Department's top officials were the driving force behind the policy that took thousands of kids away from their parents. And despite repeated public denials that the intention was not to deter immigration, behind closed doors, former Attorney General Jeff Sessions and his then deputy Rod Rosenstein pressured prosecutors to pursue as many immigrants as possible. It doesn't matter how young they are, Rosenstein said, according to the Times. Prosecutors should not have refused to try 2 cases simply because the children were barely more than infants. Mr. Sessions told prosecutors, "We need to take away children." One added in shorthand, "If care about kids, don't bring them in." The New York Times is also reporting, and we've confirmed, is also confirming our NBC reporting from earlier on how the administration decided to start the policy with a show of hands vote led by White House senior advisor Stephen Miller in the Situation Room. Joining me now is the man behind that reporting, one of them, NBC News correspondent Jacob Soboroff, who did this with Julia Ainsley. He's also the author of Separated: Inside an American Tragedy, which is all about the separations at the border. Jacob, it is really difficult to hear someone say it doesn't matter how young they are. These cases need to go forward, even if they're barely more than a year old. We remember reporting that talked about toddlers sitting on tables inside hearing rooms and judges being confused about what is going on. What more did we learn from this new IG report?
Despite what you might have heard from Jeff Sessions, they knew, just like Kirstjen Nielsen knew, just like was warned from Health and Human Services, exactly what they were doing. And when I say exactly what they were doing, Physicians for Human Rights said what the Trump administration did was torture, in their words, meeting the UN definition of over 5,500 children. And what I think is particularly interesting and important about these new revelations that came out in the Times from this draft IG report, which we also got our hands on, is that just like within HHS and just like within DHS, there were career officials, and I report this in my book, inside the government that warned against this policy because it was going to harm children. We now know that U.S. attorneys also warned against the policy because of what they perceived to be the impact on children, both during the El Paso pilot program in 2017 and in the lead up to the wider scale separations in 2018. But politicals in all 3 departments, pushed by Stephen Miller and the president himself, ultimately moved forward with this policy. And I think perhaps the most shocking of the shocking revelations was that Rod Rosenstein refused to rule out separations of children under 5. That's something that was reported previously by The Guardian, but to see it in such detail here really makes it hit home.
Well, expand on that, because his name didn't really come up with this at all during the course of reporting about the separations, about the enforcement of zero tolerance.
They could have declined to prosecute people who were referred to them, anyone across the board. At a certain point, Kevin McAleenan, who was the acting head and then head of Customs and Border Protection after the El Paso pilot program, put out a blanket declaration that they were going to stop separating children under 5 years old. It was something that I heard on Father's Day, June 17, 2018, at the epicenter of the policy, the McAllen Border Patrol Processing Station. Manuel Padilla, the sector chief, told us at the time. But if it was up to Rod Rosenstein, according to this draft IG report and according to the reporting in the Times, he would have allowed for the separation of any child, regardless of how old they were. And we know from one expert who was involved in the reunification told me, and I write about it in the book, that separating children, especially young children at that age, leaves them with a century of suffering.
Hey there, I'm Chris Hayes from MSNBC. Thanks for watching MSNBC on YouTube. If you want to keep up to date with the videos we're putting out, you can click subscribe just below me or click over on this list to see lots of other great videos.